I got stabbed 6 times, got a pretty good liver shot, and it almost killed me. After I healed up, I got the heck out of there and discovered fly fishing. I got a second chance at life with the river and the fly fishing, and I don't know. Anyhow.
Pui iwianawi patu Kuskus wana iwa inchut wasich balas tsa patat ba. Tlwai taxi shatachana shanakshka tuhki. Tuhtuhi kuka aiwisha watampa kuk wanatwi tlaunsha washkuniksha wiyatkani huamachni patupa wiyani chanwinakisha atachush yao. Pui pasha patun kshawanana anaku wana pasha patun kshatichamna kuk ticham inaktun khantanan maman tiyamkani shatam yao anwich tutawach nabt putaptit kupachaptit shapinawit hai wanaiktpa wana iwawaut khauncha Warm Springs timani tichampa anamana atawit ko emnawai naknawitla Wiyachay chtwichap and mean squealsque.
Spring marks the arrival of first foods. A season of abundance we welcome after the long winter.
We call it khamsi. It's a wild celery root. You pull it out like that.
Edible plants are everywhere. Wild celery appears alongside wildflowers. All the animals feast. Native red band rainbow trout gorge on massive stoneflies. Everything is easy. Life is good. The water, this river, it means everything to us, to my family, several generations. I was born in Merced, California, and I grew up in a small town called Winton, which is right outside of Atwater. We were definitely on the wrong side of the tracks. We had a pretty hard upbringing, but then I'd go to my grandparents' house and say, okay, this is the way it should be, you know. I want to have this for my future. They were a big influence on me to, want to be successful. I went beast mode with the fishing, become one of the busiest fly fishing guides in the state of Oregon. The stoneflies dwindle with the greenery on the hillsides. The sun lingers, the days grow hotter, drier, and another wild food marks the next season.
You gonna make a movie?
Yeah.
We have traditional feasts that have to happen in order for us to be able to go out and gather. Sometimes when a family member passes away, those family members that were close, they're not supposed to gather or dance or hunt. You're supposed to have the community come together to be able to provide those things for them for that year of mourning until they have their memorial. That's the nice thing about our community and Native American culture is taking care of one another. I like picking by Matt because he's so tall. He usually misses all the ones low to the ground.
The low-bearing fruit. Summer brings different bounties if you know where to look. Wild berries ripen in the shade of the forest, but beyond the trees, everything cooks, dries, turns brown. Summer sun and heat are brutal in this high desert. Sometimes it's so hot the rocks seem to hum. This is caddis season. When I first came up here, I wanted to go right straight back to California. I did not like it here at all. So I hopped a bus and went right back to California with my dad. I guess I was like a city kid. I wasn't ready for this. It took me getting stabbed one day that was kind of the final straw to get the heck out of there. Leave Central California to come to Central Oregon and start a whole new lifestyle. You know, when stuff like that happens, there's a victims advocate, there's detectives, there's the counselors there that's, say, oh, you're gonna have traumatic issues after this. And I'm just like, oh, that ain't gonna bother me, Like, they're talking about post-traumatic stress disorder, stuff like that. And say, oh, that ain't gonna affect me or nothing, Eventually, I don't know, maybe a year goes by and I can definitely feel there's been a change in me. It was really traumatic, and I was suffering the effects of some PTSD, I believe. Those guys almost killed my ass, so okay. Being down there and seeing the kids I grew up with and played football with, and everybody's changed within this time frame. Like, they are not the kids I remember. They're all interested in drugs and in gang activity and all this. It was like, that's just not who I am, Come back up to Oregon and say, man, this is a hell of a life up here. This is what it's about, outdoors, away from all that bullshit. And, man, I can make a living fishing on the river. And I seen this at a young age. Like, that's what I want to do, I don't want to be a loser. So I really got into fishing, and then figuring out, what a fishing guide was, and say, okay, I'm gonna attack this with everything I got. So, and that's what I did.
Fishing on the reservation is a really unique and special experience. It's just a wild place. You see a lot of critters. You see elk, deer, turkeys, bobcats, all kinds of stuff. It's huge. It's huge open country. You can see forever. The sky is gigantic, and it's just really quiet. Mostly just birds and the water. In 2005, I used to guide for Matt's grandpa, Al Bagley.
My grandfather, the first native guide on this section of river, taught me where to fish. So he worked at the mill for probably 30 plus years, and he'd always go fishing after work. I mean, the story goes, what he tells me is he'd always watch state guides put in at the Warm Springs boat ramp, and I mean, he just got sick and tired of working like a dog in the mill and said, hey, why can't I do that too? So put a business plan together and bought a couple drift boats and didn't know how to row, didn't know how to fly fish, and started a fly fishing business, and he didn't know shit about it. But he just kind of learned along the way, and learned from a lot of his clients.
I met Matt when he was a teenager, and he went through some hard stuff and moved to the res to live with his grandpa. And he would chop wood and run shuttles for the guided trips. If he got down to the takeout early enough, he would fish. When we'd come down with the boat to the takeout, we'd see the truck parked down there, and then we'd see this big guy. It was Matt, and he was trout fishing. That's when I met Matt, and we've been friends for 20 years.
I was 13, 14 years old, no driver's license, going to the river and fishing on my own at this point, but just fishing a lot. Before I was guiding, I was a shuttle driver. I was scrubbing boats. I was just the little guy on the totem pole doing odds and ends.
Matt is a very passionate angler. He embraced the fly fishing guide thing, and he would succeed and thrive anywhere as a fly fishing guide. He really loves fishing, and we fish all over the place, not just on the reservation or on the Deschutes. His passion for it is, any day fishing with Matt is a good, happy day. I've watched him go from a teenager to a man with a family and a business, and just insanely proud of everything he's accomplished.
Man, this is a hell of a life up here. This is what it's about, outdoors, away from all that bullshit. And man, I can make a living fishing on the river, and I seen this at a young age. Like, that's what I want to do. During summer days, we hunt shade, seek out pockets of shadow and rising trout. The fishing gets technical, harder. The harder it gets, the more I enjoy the thrill of the hunt. Then one day I wake up and the air smells different. The light has changed. The birds prepare to fly south. When autumn arrives, I'm pulled in different directions. The trout that dominated this river and my attention these past months now contend with their bigger migratory cousins. The river still calls, but so do other creatures. Massive, almost mythical animals draw me to the forest. Their sacrifice will feed my family through the winter. The clouds of small caddis dwindle, replaced with larger, lonelier relatives. The leaves bathe in sunset.
release themselves to the wind and paint the river. Snow melt from the high country flows down, passing wild steelhead swimming up from the ocean, a cycle older than stories. This is my favorite season. It's not easy as spring stonefly fishing or summer caddis evenings.
Here's a willow we planted in 2022 to repair the riparian zones. Let's bring this bank back to life. I went to the College of the Deschutes River. Started guiding at 16 years old. When I first started, I didn't really realize what a fly fishing guide was. It's just, I never had a title on it. I just was taking people fishing for my granddad. I definitely kind of did it the hard way. I did it the old-fashioned way. I was running 200 guide trips a year already as a 19-year-old kid. I slowly started getting a really great connection to the Deschutes River and realizing how much I love the Warm Springs Indian Reservation. Steelhead season can't come soon enough on the Deschutes for me. The river is my church, It's my happy place. There's really nowhere else between going to the woods hunting, whatever, going to the Deschutes and swinging a spey rod, That's what levels me out, and that's what, that's where I push the reset button.
Swinging flies for steelhead is my favorite thing to do. It's always family first, but, right next to that, it's throwing a spey rod. I've been to Canada and all those amazing rivers several times, but, there's no better place to me than the Deschutes River and the Warm Springs Indian Reservation.
The steelhead are just an incredible species of fish, They talk about perseverance and everything they're up against. And, I don't know, I feel like I have a relationship with the steelhead, a real personal relationship with them. I have a love and I'm passionate for Warm Springs and our people and, my story. As long as I'm healthy, I'm on 2 feet and I can still work and provide for my family and envision myself being a steelhead guide until the day I die. I'm not gonna do anything else. This is my story, and it's gonna start as a steelhead guide, and it's gonna end that way. I'm a lifer, man. I love it. There's nothing better. Sure, you can cut some of that into something good. Watching my dry fly swing. I was flowing right there too, bro.
Fucking child.
He's got one more too.
You like this camera?
Yeah. I have this camera.
Got it? You gonna make a movie? Okay. Take a picture. Cheese.